My name is Ari Laakso, and I'm the manager of this scientific tourism project. And it's really happy to be standing here in front of you to be in this stage of this project. And this, like Nikolai said, has started quite long back in time. It's not something recent we just developed like suddenly. This is something that has been developing little by working in a surrounding where you have students, teachers, tourists, science, and then all this together have made it possible that we see that this is something that would be interesting to develop this scientific tourism initiative. Just to show you, we go also a bit back in time. I'm not going to go detail into what has happened and how we did and all this, but just to kind of show you how this has been starting off. In the 13th of November 2018, we started this. This is the time we sent in the first application. And on this table, Steve was very much involved from University of Highlands and Islands. And we wrote the first application, which was much bigger. We were rejected, but we were not rejected because the application was bad. It was just because they wouldn't finance any project related to tourism in that call. So we were just kind of said that you should apply again. And that we did in the 30th of September 2019. And this was then granted. But this was the last call, so we had to resize our ideas a bit. So instead of 36 months, we got 24 months. Instead of 1.6 million, we got around 1 million. And due to that, we had to rescale the project a bit. So we took away, for example, the certification idea and the system that we want to develop related to this. So then after that, 1st of May 2020, project starts. And as you can see, COVID-19 was just at its peak, maybe one can say. And now we're here basically over the first period. Basically, the project should have ended, but we're so fortunate to be granted 5 months extension that the project would then end the 30th of September. So this is just kind of background. And with Steve, we started probably in end of 2017, 2018, deliberating around the project. So what was the initial questions that we wanted to kind of address? So we were kind of thinking, what information does travelers get while visiting to a remote destination? How do they get information? And then we also were thinking, so can we improve tourism projects through reliable science and experience-based content? And then we came, so what if we created a new initiative that would support both science communication and sustainable tourism, and how to do it? These were these kind of initial things that we've been deliberating in the beginning of the project. I just show you this because this was last fall. National Geographic in August 2022, they asked the question, is there a scientific way to make travel more meaningful? And meaning that there's also other kind of organizations and other people thinking about how to combine science and tourism. So for us, we would today say, yes, there is a way to combine it meaningfully. And we come to it's a very kind of schematic way of presenting it, but still, I think this is very well kind of put together. And this is put together by Alex Varnajo that was working with MTI, and he kind of made this together based on our discussions. So what do? We have up here, we have the tourist experience, and then here below we have learning experience. So we put together learning and tourism. And what is interesting with this is that we developed this three-phase approach to scientific tourism. So in tourism, the pre-phase is like you imagine, expect, you do the bookings, you're preparing for your trip, you're hoping, dreaming, anticipating. And we were thinking in free learning and in learning and education, you have this pre-trip in informal learning where you have like, you share information, you read, try to understand what you're going to experience in the future. And this was for us an interesting way of thinking about how to put more information into tourism. And then, well, you have the actual experience phase, the actual visit, the actual tour, the product with the tourism, And you can also see here that there's also a very good synergy in this, that you know, when you go to a place, you engage with new people, you try new food, you have new experiences, you take part in new activities. And then when it comes to learning experience from informal learning, you go to a museum, you have a guided tour, you have interpreter, you have lectures and seminars. And this is something that is like, basically, if you think about tourism, mainly this part is what we have in tourism currently. That people go someplace, they engage, and that's that. They take pictures, they see something, but the information is kind of missing somehow. And then we come to the post phase. Kind of here is said as a reflective phase. So you're documenting, remembering, sharing with relatives, posting on social media, and then when it comes to learning, you're sharing again. You go further with the readings. You go further. You take the experience further. You take the learning further after you actually been to a museum and so on. So we thought that, well, why not use this informal learning idea with these phases, that you have a pre and a post, and put that into tourism? And why is it a good idea? Well, first of all, it has been studied a lot, so there's a lot of research done in relation to this. So what's the benefits of having a system like that and engaging and having a scientific tourism based on this three-step pre and post, pre-visit, visit, post-visit? Well, first of all, I'm just kind of now promoting our system, but we have a ready and free system to distribute reliable content to visitors, both pre and post actual visit. The system also is enhancing the experience through pre-knowledge. So the customer, they will get more out of the experience by knowing more in beforehand. And then when they go home in the post phase, they will continue the experience by having the possibility to go further through different kinds of resources, through videos, through books, through whatever the entrepreneur has been putting into the system. It's also a system that works very well when it comes to a system for management, expectation management, which is important in tourism, so you can prepare your customer to what they're going to see, both in a positive and a negative way, or maybe neutral way, how we want to say it. And it's an addition to any tourism product. So the system we've been developing, in more or less, we're talking about scientific tourism, but actually we also developed a system where you can, all tourism entrepreneurs basically can use for whatever product. But to be able to be in Wonder Seekers, it's more related to science, and that's what we also are looking at. It's a one-time investment, which is important. So you do it once well, and it works for all your clients after that. It's not something that you have to go into to adjust and to manage and to post. And then also science as a tool for tourism marketing. And this is something we realized quite recently, that you can use science in marketing. Science can be used for marketing, and when you use science in marketing, tourism marketing, you're also doing science communication, which is also kind of cool, I think. So, so what is this then, Design Wonder Seekers? Well, we have a network of dedicated tourism entrepreneurs, and we have one here, Finn is here at least, which is very dedicated to what he does and represents, I think, a Wonder Seeker company very well. You have different kind of marketing synergy through Wonder Seeker brand, marketing synergy through high quality tourism products, and I'm now talking for the entrepreneurs. And then advantage through connection to science and science communication. And this is also a way of diversifying yourself from the mass tourism marketing. So, I'm trying to keep this fairly kind of not going too much into detail. So, maybe the visible outcome of work. So, we have the branding of the Scientific Tourism Initiative. And here we will have a presentation by Charlotte Weston from Design Like Creative in Scotland, in Glasgow. And they won the tender to do the marketing and also do the branding, and they came up with Wonder Seeker Expanding Minds brand, which is, I think, a really cool brand. We have also created a digital platform for the entrepreneurs, and this is what I want to just show you very briefly. And then also there's a marketing and brand awareness campaign that is going on currently in Facebook and in Instagram and Twitter. And this will also be something that Charlotte will be telling more about. And then we also are creating Wonder Seeker networks for the entrepreneurs. And Hans is going to tell a bit more about the network and around that. So if I can just get the web pages, if you can open up. So let's see which, yep. This one, yeah. So here we are. So this is kind of more or less how it looks when you go into our web page. And it's www.wonderseekers.com. And this is kind of the public page. And this is where, it's to this page that we are now trying to direct traffic to get people that are interested in finding Wonder Seeker and scientific tourism and knowledge and tourism, all this search word, and then we're trying to, in all our best capacity, to put and to direct traffic to this web page. And so we have the thing here which is interesting, and I'm not going to go into detail. We have had a training seminar with entrepreneurs, but when you go in to this place, you log in. I'm now logged in myself. I have one listing that I made for it as a test. What you can do here is that you can go in and you can make a listing. And we are in Wonder Seekers, we are approving of that listing. We read through it, we kind of curate it, we make comments. After that, when we are happy, we approve it, and it's directly going out onto the main web page. Then, after that, we come to the thing that is interesting, and that is the post-trip materials and the pre-materials and the post-materials. So here we have a system for the tourist entrepreneur to go in and first of all provide their clients with a personalized message about, welcome, thank you for booking, happy to have you. Now, before you come to our experience, please have a look at this and these resources so that you get more out of your experience. And this we have a system for set up that the entrepreneurs can use for free, and they can do. And also at the same time, we have a post-trip page that they can fill out, meaning that you can, again, address your clients that, thank you for visiting, it's been nice to have you here. We know that you have a lot of questions, or you are maybe interested in continue your experience. So here we have a list of different kinds of references for you to get familiarized with, and so you can take your experience further. And also the idea is to be able to also cluster different companies. So let's say that you have Taiga Travel in Rovaniemi that want to maybe do cooperation with TU Simila and Whale to Sea in Andenes. And they said, please have a look at this one. We are doing cooperation with them. So what we are doing here is that we made a system for the tourist and companies to be able to provide their customers with more information, scientific information and background information related to their products. And this is our kind of take on how we want and how we see that we can start off with combining scientific data, scientific knowledge with tourism. And one can take this further, but in current state, this is the system we're setting up. And we are really, really encouraging all of you that are interested in to just kind of join our initiative and register, and we're more than happy to take this further. We have already quite many organizations that have been saying that they're interested and see the potential in this, and it's just to take contact with us and we would continue. And this is now, the project is a development project, and it does not end by project end. That's when it starts. So everything has been made ready so that when the project ends, then this is in full operation, and this will be promoted and taken further. And this is one of also the main remaining tasks that we have to secure that we can take this further and develop it further. And there's many options, and also related to that, we're also really happy to have new partners involved that sees this as something interesting, and then we can make new projects, or we can do more cooperation together to take this further. So, very brief about basically the visible outcome. We're going to have a few presentations more. So I think we'll continue with Charlotte, that is going to present a bit about the branding, the marketing. And I think that maybe you will get quite many answers and also get a different view on our initiative. But yeah, thank you so much, and welcome to join our initiative. That's what I have to convey to you.